Talk time with Pastor T. Welcome back to another edition. Today I want to talk about keeping his commandments. There's an awesome verse in 1 John that I don't know that we talk about enough. 1 John chapter 2, verse 3. We know that we have come to know him if we keep his commands. Now, that tends to be a very convicting or condemning verse. Oh man, I'm not keeping all his commands. That's a law-based teaching, Pastor T. And you know what? It can be. Confessions, I've used that verse in a condemning way to teach law-based thinking of holding on to the whole command and to following the rules. But this morning as I was reading it afresh, I wanted to know what the Hebrew, or the Greek in this case, what the original word really meant. And when I looked up that word keep in his commands, it wasn't obey. Interesting is the same keep in the Greek means to hold on to treat as precious, to guard over. So if I were to say, for instance, I want you to keep my children for the evening, that would be the same word I would use with the implication that you're going to protect them, that you're going to guard over them, that you're going to treat them as precious, that you're going to watch over them. And so in the same manner, it says, we know that we've come to know him when we guard over or protect or value his commands. When we treat them as precious and important, as we protect them and guide them and be guided by them. And so I want to encourage you today, what does it look like in your own life to keep his commands, to watch over them, to guard them, to think about them as something valuable and precious that we use, that change us? I don't know. I think sometimes we read the Bible and we're looking to just obey commands mindlessly. Well, I guess if I have to, Lord. But this has a far greater implication that when we come to know him, we come to value what he values. We come to understand that what he wants from us is good. So I'm just gonna encourage you today, in this very short time we've been together, open your Bible in a whole different way. Think about the things of the Lord in a whole different way. Not something that you have to do, but you get to do. And not because he's just got some arbitrary way of wanting to do things, but because the creator of the universe wants his creation to understand how to handle it appropriately, safely, where it produces after its own kind, which is life. Life breeds life, and he is the life giver. And Jesus is the only way, the only truth, and the only life. Because of that, when I guard and watch over and protect his commands, the way he says it should be done, when I count those as precious and apply them to my life, I produce more life. And I become what he said, which is the light of the world. He is the light of the world, producing more light, which becomes light to the world. And if we want to light up the darkness, we're going to have to count precious the commands of the Lord. Talk time with Pastor T. See you next week.